Good evening. Now I'm gonna start the video broadcasting. It's 2 minutes past 9. Facebook. So give me 1 minute. Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about the security issue. No, the safety, the community safety or the public safety. So just I announced yesterday that I have one principle, two promises, and three focuses. So that yesterday I talked about first one, which is money, which is to develop sustainable economy. And the second, now today I'm going to discuss with you is that it's about the safety. So if you have money, you do not have safety, you do not feel safe, then your money is not yours, it's somebody else, right? You don't have safe, the money is nothing. If you do not feel safe, that is very dangerous, right? And so money is like on the surface, a little bit deeper, that is safety. And I just discussed what I think with you, and your voice is more important, and your input is more important as well. You can put your comments under the channel, under this video. You can submit your comments. So I just try to discuss with you based on my personal experience, because I lived in this community, Burnaby South, for over 15 years. Take Central Park as example. So 1:10 a.m. of 2017, July 19, the Marisa San's body was found. She was murdered, and the suspect was captured last September. Another thing happened is 9 p.m. 1 year later, 9 p.m. of 2018, July 15. A vicious attack causing a 73-year-old man life-altering injuries. This old man is still lying in the hospital. He is the Korean Canadian. And less than 2 weeks later, the 8:30 p.m. of 2018, July 26, a life-threatening stabbing causing a man sent to hospital. So look at what happened in the Central Park. This is the very serious criminal cases. 3 very serious criminal cases happened around Central Park. The 13 years Chinese Canadian girl was killed July 19, 2017. 1 year later, 2 serious criminal cases happened again. Why? The people, where's police? The police didn't take those things seriously. So this is what I call is that we should improve law enforcement. The two things related to safety I share with you is first is we should improve law enforcement. Second, we should protect the vulnerables, right? The children, low income, homeless, disabled, mental health, kids, children from the away from the drugs, children away from the marijuana, all those things. They are the vulnerable, right? In the, so the safety first improve law enforcement means that we should have a safe environment. Make sure that everybody is protected. This is a basic thing, right? The law enforcement. So somebody, a lot of people talking about the ineffectiveness of the RCMP, also ineffective of the government. So where are the government, where are the police that's supposed to protect you, right? So those issues, what I call for improve. What are solutions? The concrete solutions, measures. Some people said that why we saw RCMP, a lot of shoes, right? Parade, right? A lot of shoes, riding, right? Pride riding. Yes, the RCMP is a historical icon of Canada, but we want the RCMP to do the job to protect the people instead of that kind of shoes, right? Shoes not so important. People want them to be protected by the RCMP. If RCMP cannot do it, dismiss them. We establish our local police force. Like the past municipal elections, Surrey called for their own police. You know where the RCMP headquarters is in Surrey. And Surrey is one of the top dangerous cities in Canada. Ironically. So one thing we call the government, police, they do their job, right? And there's a lack of transparency of what the police they're doing, right? Anyway, so how are we gonna do it? Actually, there's a more important thing that is related to power, right? That was the topic I will discuss with you is on Friday. How we can get the power to get this safety, right? We have to unite it by ourselves, right? So that topic on Friday. But I'll show you what I did. So take the Central Park things as an issue, as example. So what I did is that I organized two rallies at Central Park, July 22nd and September 17, 2017. Two things that we do not want the Marissa Sen's case to be forgotten. Second is that community safety matters. I want to let people remember those unhappy things. Yes, of course, I want love everywhere, right? But be honest and strong. There's a lot of tragedy happening in Canada, in our community. How we prevent them happen again? If we do not remember them, how we gonna prevent them happen again? We Canadian inside Canada have a lot of tragedy things, miserable things. I'm not saying we have good things, happy things, but be honest, we have miserable things, dangerous things, unhappy things in Canada. How we gonna prevent those things happen again? I'm not hating the police, RCMP. I saw RCMP look so strong in front of homeless, right? Those vulnerables. How about you guys in front of those criminal suspects? This is I organized two rallies at Central Park, right? To let people do not forget Marissa and to prevent such things happen again. And another thing is that I urged Burnaby City to take concrete actions. So this is in the Facebook. I have the post in the Facebook. talk about such things. And also I, with other friends, and we have such beliefs, friends, community activists. We helped victims' families, right? The Marissa mother, okay, and also the 30-year-old man family. They reached me to give them help. Their lawyer reached me as well, so I helped them. I know, they are feeling, but what I want is, I want the community to be safe. I want Burnaby source to be safe. I want Burnaby source never happen such thing again. So that is how we gonna improve law enforcement. We can exchange ideas, right? I believe Burnaby source, the residents in Burnaby source, they have their thinkings, their valuable thoughts, and you are the master of your own destinies. You cannot count anybody else. You have to take care of your own, or yourselves. Nobody take care of you except yourself, to be seriously. And for the how to protect the vulnerable as well. So improved law enforcement is that we want the so-called the government, the country machines, right? We pay the tax to them, want them provide service to us, right? That is outside. What the inside we can do, ourselves can do what, right? That's another issue that I would discuss. The topic, not the issue, topic I'll discuss on Friday, the day after tomorrow. And tomorrow I will have no live streaming. Another thing is that is protect the vulnerables. A lot of issues relate to this. How we protect the homeless, avoid them to be attacked, right? Sleeping on the street. How we protect them to be from, how we can prevent them to be attacked, and also the disabled, right? The mental health. We need a government funding to help them. That is related to the topic I discussed yesterday. It's about money. So we pay tax to government. The government, like I said yesterday, government, I'm hoping that government should be poor and make people happy and wealthy. The money they collected from our tax should funding to those that need to protect those vulnerable, the homeless, disabled, low income, retired, old men, right, are vulnerable, and they made a lot of contribution to our country, protect our country, right? And the kids as well, kids were, and women and young girls, right? Just the statistics, every 7 days, women and the kids were killed, right? How are we gonna protect them? How we keep them away from the drugs, marijuanas. Those are all the things our community are concerned of, right? So we either like to bring these things on the table, because once we identify the problem, find the forces behind it, find the root cause, 90% of them solved automatically, naturally. So just like I said, the one certain principle is honesty. We have to face it, to be honest, right? Why we are so hypocritical sometimes to make some political show to benefit some parties? I don't understand. We do not politicize the current immigration refugee systems. Also, we do not politicize any refugee immigrant review program as well. Let's face it, be honest. To resolve those issues we are facing, right? We put aside the party's interests, put the Canadians' interests first, right? We look at the refugee program specifically. If we inside Canada, more worse, more miserable things happen, should we put resource on it? The same resource, put a resource on it? Yeah, I think it's Canadian first. Right? So definitely refugee, international refugee. I'm not saying they do not let them in, but how about the miserable, more miserable cases within Canada? It's easier to make political show on the hot topics, right? But it is very hard. But it is, but Canadians love it. Is that politicians do a hard job for Canadians within Canada to protect those vulnerable within Canada, enforce the law, improve the law enforcement. Just like thought is that we always talk about, the government should do this, they should provide more funding, blah, blah, blah. But in the end, I think that who's the troublemaker? Actually voters, right? So who can solve the problems? Actually, it's voters as well. Who elected the government? Voters. So in the end, it's us voters. We should solve all those problems, issues. We face it. Let's face it. Do not be fooled by those big sweet mouths anymore. We pick those people who can do the real job for Canadians. A lot of issues, homeless, right? Poverty. Let's face it. Yeah. Face it. Yeah. That's the topic I just want to share with you, and hope that we can discuss it. I want to get our solution, right? Discuss it. Okay, I think that's all for today. And if any questions, we can have. If no questions, I will move to the Chinese version tonight. So here I just provided the problems. And for solutions, I think the best solutions are from you, electors. Speak out to be heard. United to be strong. Burnaby South is our home. We should take care of it. Thank you.